Let me ask you something. Have you ever sat down at the end of the month, looked at your bank account, and wondered, where did all the money go? You worked, you hustled, you made sacrifices. But somehow, the numbers just never seem to add up. You're not broke in the traditional sense, you're just stuck. Living paycheck to paycheck, watching the interest on your debts grow faster than your salary ever could. If that sounds familiar, I want you to stay right here, because this channel was built specifically for you. I'm going to be honest with you right from the start because that's exactly the kind of channel this is going to be. My name is Miss Money, and I am not a financial advisor. I don't have a degree in finance. I didn't graduate with a major in economics or accounting. What I do have is something that I believe is far more powerful than a certificate on a wall. I have the lived experience of someone who has been on the absolute wrong side of money and clawed their way back. There was a time in my life when I was drowning in debt. And I'm not talking about a little credit card balance that a few tight months could fix. I'm talking about the kind of debt where you're borrowing from loan apps just to survive the month. You've probably seen those apps, the ones that seem helpful at first until you realize the interest never sleeps. It doesn't care that your salary hasn't increased in months. It doesn't care that you're doing your best. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. I remember staring at those repayment notifications thinking, I will never get out of this. Every payment I made felt like I was pouring water into a bucket that had a hole at the bottom. I was working, but I was going backwards. And the most terrifying part? I had no idea how I had gotten there, and I had even less of an idea how to get out. Nobody had ever taught me how money actually works. Not in school, not at home, not anywhere. So what changed? I got angry. Not at the loan apps. Not at my employer. I got angry at my own financial ignorance. I made a decision that I was going to figure this out, even if I had to learn it all from scratch. I started reading. I started asking questions. I started paying attention to what financially stable people actually did with their money, not just what they said. And slowly, painfully, month by month, things began to shift. I stopped treating my salary like a number that magically disappeared. I started treating it like a tool. I learned how to attack debt strategically rather than randomly throwing money at it. I learned about interest, how it works against you when you owe money, and how it can work for you when you start investing. I learned how to build a financial system that didn't require me to be perfect every single day, just consistent. Today, I will not stand here and tell you I am wealthy, because that would not be the truth. But I am debt-free. I am in control of my money. I have an emergency fund. I am actively invested in stocks and other assets. And most importantly, I wake up every morning without that tight, anxious feeling in my chest that used to follow me everywhere. I went from borrowing money on loan apps to building a financial foundation, and I did it without a finance degree, without a six-figure salary, and without any get-rich-quick scheme. Now here's what frustrates me about most financial content online. Either it's so packed with jargon, compound interest, asset allocation, portfolio diversification, that it feels like you need a master's degree just to understand the introduction. Or it's dangerously oversimplified. Skip your morning coffee and you'll be a millionaire in 30 years. I mean, come on. Cutting a small daily expense is fine, but it completely misses the bigger picture. The real problem isn't the coffee. The real problem is that most of us were never taught the rules of the financial game we've been playing our entire lives. We were handed student loans at 18 years old without anyone explaining what interest actually meant. We were told to work hard and save money, but nobody explained the difference between saving money and building money. We graduated feeling educated, but financially clueless. And then we wonder why so many people with decent incomes still feel broke. The gap is not income. The gap is knowledge. And that is exactly what this channel is going to close. This channel is going to be your no-nonsense, zero-jargon financial classroom. We are going to talk about real topics that will actually move the needle in your life. We'll break down how debt works and the smartest strategies to get out of it faster. We'll talk about investing, not in the scary, complicated way, but in a way that makes sense even if you're starting from zero. We'll cover how to build a budget that you can actually stick to, how to build an emergency fund, how to make your money work while you sleep, and how to stop the cycle of living for payday. We'll also get into some uncomfortable truths, like why looking financially successful and actually being financially stable are two very different things. Why the car you drive, the clothes you wear, and the lifestyle you perform can be silently killing your financial future. Why keeping all your money in a savings account might actually be one of the most expensive mistakes you're making. No fluff, no lectures, no complicated formulas. Just real, practical, actionable information. The kind I wish someone had given me before I found myself drowning in loan app debt with no map and no compass. I'm not coming to you as an expert who has always had it figured out. I'm coming to you as someone who has been exactly where many of you are right now, confused, frustrated, and financially stuck, and who found a way through. I may not be your financial advisor, but I have the results you are looking for. And that is Miss Money's promise to you. I don't have a team of producers or a fancy studio. What I have is a genuine passion for financial education and the real-world results to back it up. I have done the reading so you don't have to start from scratch. I have made the mistakes so you can avoid them. And I'm going to show up consistently and share everything I know. Here is what I need from you. If anything I've said today sounds like something you've felt before, subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell because I release new videos every single day. Every single day, there will be something new here to help you understand your money better, make smarter decisions, and build the financial life you actually deserve. You don't need to be rich to start. You don't need a degree. You just need to be willing to learn and willing to be consistent. The version of you that is debt-free, financially confident, and in control of your future. That person exists. We're just going to build a roadmap to get there together. I'm Miss Money, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's get to work.